All right, that's it from me here in Johannesburg. Thank you so much for having watched Morning Live. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow, as they put it in Afrikaans, that moer is nog 'n dag, so we'll see you then. Well, let me take you back to Leanne. Leanne, I know that you're still going to be staying in Cape Town, so you have yourself a beautiful time as well in Cape Town. It's over to you.
Thanks very much, Palesa. Yes, indeed. Well, I told you when you were last with us, we were going to find out what the protest action was all about outside. Well, it still has to do with the nuclear. It just grown since the early hours of this morning, where there were just a few people, but it now has grown to quite a crowd. But we've actually pulled somebody inside the parliamentary precinct to talk to us about what it is that they are protesting against. Obviously, we do know it's got to do with that proposed nuclear deal, but they're very much so against this. Roger is joining us, Roger Domingo. Roger, who are you representing?
Well, I'm from an organisation called the Southern Cape Land Committee.
Yes.
We work in the Eastern Cape and Western Cape, and we're really here to say no to the nuclear deal.
Okay. I know that you are here in support of the Southern African Faith Communities Environment Institute. That's because right. They're spearheading this. In fact, they're heading to the High Court together with the Right to Know and Earthlife Africa Johannesburg. The procedure for today, what's going to happen?
Well, we will be marching from Parliament to the High Court, and then we will be there for the case. Yeah. We will get regular updates outside, but it's really just to be here in support and solidarity to say no to the nuclear deal. We feel that it will impact South Africans, ordinary South Africans, in a very negative way. The budget required, we believe it's unaffordable to South Africa, so everything will be impacted.
What are your concerns? I mean, we talk about a nuclear deal, a proposed nuclear deal. I know the budget that's being quoted is around about 1 trillion rand, and that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, it's proposed at 1 trillion rand, but it's likely, if this thing goes ahead, and it's likely that it will be more. Our concerns is really that this deal has taken place behind closed doors. It's a secret deal. The South Africans at large have not been involved. There hasn't been proper consultation. So that's the first thing we are opposing. And then secondly, we believe that it's just unaffordable to the country, and that will impact negatively on everything from social grants to ongoing development in the country. We just believe it will not be good.
Yeah, I know that you also highlight the fact that there'll be minimal job creation through all of this, and you also talk about the fact that there'll be an increase on electricity prices, whereas they're trying to sell it to us that electricity will go down with nuclear.
Yeah, look, nuclear energy is part of the energy mix in South Africa, but we really think that the way to go is renewable energy, not nuclear. We think that renewable energy is cost effective, and that's been proven the world over.
Leave it there, Roger. Thanks for popping in to chat to us. So that's what's happening outside of Parliament at the moment, and you can see that people coming to voice their opinions and hoping that the budget certainly will address some of these concerns. But I still think the nuclear deal is going to have a big question mark over it. And that's what many of our guests were talking about, the fact that are the Treasury and the Presidency on the same page, and that cohesion and working together is what we're hoping to see today in that budget. All right. That's where we wrap this morning's broadcast.